This is Bill Kenower for Author Magazine, and today we are speaking with Garth Stein about the re-release of his first novel, Raven Stole the Moon. So Raven Stole the Moon is the story of a woman who uses the legends of her Tlingit past to deal with the death of her son.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's Jenna Rosen. Her son dies in a tragic boating accident while on vacation in Alaska, which happens to be where Jenna's mother's side of the family is from. And so she goes up to Alaska years after to come to terms with the death of her child and becomes sort of drawn into this spiritual world of Tlingit, mysticism and legend.
A lot of your readers who've discovered you from The Art of Racing in the Rain will not have heard of Raven Stole the Moon, and part of that reason is that when it was released, strangely enough, it was released as a horror.
Yes, they marketed my book initially as a horror. There was a big scary totem pole with glowing eyes on the cover. When my publisher Harper decided to re-release Raven Stole the Moon, I said, I'm concerned about this. And they said, whatever you want, it's okay. We'll change the cover to reflect the literary nature of the book. Because for me, it's not a horror, it's magical realism. It's a woman who's coming to terms with the death of her child, and she delves into sort of a metaphorical spiritual world in order to do so. But one could read it entirely as metaphor. I mean, she frequently says throughout her journey, am I losing my mind? Maybe I'm just going insane. It's a question of how inward do we go to come to terms with something so horrible as the death of a child. And so I take it just one step further to using the legends of the Tlingit Indian. But like I said, for me, that's magical realism, and that's what fiction should do.
There are a great many similarities thematically between Raven Stole the Moon and The Art of Racing in the Rain. You have animals, you have legends again, and you have death. So is this a theme you work through in your life in general?
Yes, it is. I think that when I look back at the things that I've written, the idea of family is always important, and the idea of family in transformation, a family dealing with a crisis of some level, whether in the past or in the present, like with my second book, How Evan Broke His Head. But I think that's something I'm very much engaged in. I have a background in theater, and I love the compelling nature of drama as it unfolds for us in the here and now. And so transformation is part of that.